Right now, Australians are making a decision that will either build their wealth or drain it for the next 30 years. Buy or rent. And most people are getting it completely wrong. Not because they're stupid, but because nobody is giving them the real numbers. The average Australian home now costs over $1 million. Interest rates have made repayments brutal, but rents are at record highs too. So what do you actually do? That's what we're breaking down today. Here's the problem. Everyone has an opinion on this. Your parents say, buy. Your mates say the market's about to crash. The internet says rent is dead money. And the banks, well, they just want you to borrow as much as possible. None of them are giving you a clear framework to make the right decision for your situation. That ends now. The first thing you need to understand is the real cost of buying. Most people only think about the mortgage repayment. But buying a home in Australia comes with stamp duty, conveyancing fees, building inspections, council rates, strata fees if it's an apartment, maintenance, insurance, and repairs. On an $800,000 home, you could be paying $30,000 to $50,000 in upfront costs alone before you even move in. Factor that in before you decide buying is the obvious choice. The second thing is the rent versus invest calculation. Here's what nobody tells you. If you're renting and investing the difference, meaning the gap between what renting costs and what a mortgage would cost you, into a diversified ETF, you can build serious wealth without ever owning property. A $500,000 mortgage at current rates costs roughly $3,200 per month. If you can rent the same property for $2,200 and invest that $1,000 difference into VAS or VGS every month, over 20 years at a 9% return, you would have over $630,000 in your investment portfolio. Renting is not automatically dead money. Renting and doing nothing with the difference is dead money. The third thing to consider is your timeline. Buying only makes financial sense if you're staying put for at least 7 to 10 years. The transaction costs of buying and selling property are enormous. If there's any chance you're moving cities for work, starting a family in a different area, or just not sure where you want to be in 5 years, renting gives you flexibility that property simply cannot. Flexibility has real financial value that most people completely ignore. The fourth thing is the emotional versus financial decision. And this one is real. There is genuine value in owning your home. Stability, the ability to renovate, not having a landlord, a sense of security. These things matter and they have real value. But you need to separate the emotional pull of ownership from the financial analysis. Make the decision with your head first, then let your heart confirm it. The fifth thing is the market right now. Australian property prices are still elevated despite rate rises. Rental yields are low in most capital cities, meaning landlords are often losing money on paper just to hold the asset. If you buy right now in Sydney or Melbourne, you are likely overpaying relative to historical norms. Regional areas and Brisbane still offer better value. But timing the market is almost impossible. The smarter play is buying when you're financially ready, not when you think the market is at its lowest. Here is your action plan. First, calculate your actual buying costs, including all upfront fees, not just the mortgage. Second, calculate what renting the same property would cost and what you do with the difference. Third, honestly assess your 10-year life plan. Are you staying? Fourth, If buying, look at markets outside Sydney and Melbourne, where your dollar goes further. Fifth, if renting, stop letting that money sit in a savings account and start investing the difference every single month. There is no universal right answer between buying and renting. The right answer is the one that fits your income, your timeline, your life plan, and your financial discipline. What's always wrong is doing nothing, either buying more than you can afford or renting and spending everything you save. If this helped you, subscribe to Volt Finance HQ. We post every week to help Australians build real wealth.